The real reason Kickstart Kenny wants to line it up on a 250. Hey everybody, Walter Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. It's going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So Kickstart Kenny, welcome to the swimming pool. You're back. And that's really where this thing is going, friends. Kickstart Kenny is back. And this is the reason I believe. This is my take on why Kickstart. I mean, why else would you go race? I could say an RMZ 250 of all bikes. We asked it. If you guys are new, get subscribed and participate in the polling we do here, where we get you guys actually involved with the show. Bring your tear-offs, throw on an open face if you'd like, because the roost tends to fly. We're going to go ahead. We did some polling. Where does Kickstart Kenny even fit in? Where does he finish? This is big, dudes. This is big because Kickstart Kenny is premier class pedigree, stepping down to the 250s. Can you imagine if he goes and blows doors on a bunch of these dudes, which I expect him to do, if we can even get him to the race on the 250? Because right now we're just hyping it up. We're hyping it up. Kenny is hyping it up. In fact, let's listen to Kenny hype it up.
As a little surprise, I will be racing a RMZ 250 at Ironman. Yep, you heard that right. I'm going to be mixing it up with the kids. Super excited about it. It's been about 100 years since I've ridden a 250 for real. And yeah, I figured not. Have a little bit of fun, right? I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you guys at Unadilla and
Kenny, you're hyping it up. Why? Why are you doing this, Kenny? Well, I got a pretty good sneaking suspicion of why. First of all, you've been on the sidelines for a little while, and we all remember when you melted the internet back when you picked the Suzuki. Should I ride this color? Should I ride this color? It went viral, and you didn't expect it to do that. It did. I think what we're seeing out of Kenny is a PR stunt, or not even shouldn't say a stunt, a PR move. This is purely PR. Why else would you do it? Why else would you do it? You might go out there and get completely smoked. Now, you're Kickstart Kenny at the end of your career, so I don't think any of us would think any less of you if you got smoked. It's going to be really interesting to see if he even makes it to the gate. I mean, he's going to do 2 more 450 rounds, apparently, before at the last round, he goes and races a 250. So let's hope we can get Kenny to the race on this 250. I'm pretty sure we will. If I was a betting man, I'm going to say Kenny Boy's line. We'll see him on the 250. But the real reason, somebody's paying him to do this. Maybe the industry itself, because the industry now is a little bit on life support in the sense that they've lost the Wonder Boy, the chosen one, the Moto Messiah Jetson, who they had banked everything on. Jetson donuts, Jetson this, Jetson that, fanfare this, fanfare that. He's gone. Chase Sexton's got the 450. Danger Boy Deegs has this thing on lock, right? So it's now we're waiting until SMX, right? Unless, other than the fact we want to see, Cooper Webb and maybe some Eli, some of these in Kickstart come back and see where they actually fit in after being off the bike for a little while. But none of these guys are going to be out there going for checkers or wreckers. This is now fun time. So what better moves, what can we do to put a little juice into the racing, because we're losing viewers. We're not as enamored as it, and there's been plenty of times in the past where pretty much one of the riders has pretty much got the championship on lock. We want to see these things come down to the wire, a knockdown, drag out, slugfest, winner takes all scenario, but we're not going to get it. So what's the best thing to do? Well, there's a couple things. So the industry could be pretty much incentivizing Kenny to do this, or Kenny and his PR team alone are doing this in hopes to put lightning back in the bottle like they did when he was choosing which bike he was even going to ride when he came to the Suzuki and melted the internet. This is more PR. Now, the reality is this. The reason, because he could race it this week in Unadilla, or he doesn't have to wait to Ironman, but the reason is there's probably, last thing you want to do is get in there and jack up Danger Boy and cost him a championship. You don't want to mess with that. But at this point, I think it's the last round.
Finale, Kenny, we think it would be great if you showed up on a 250. We're willing to pay you to do that. We need help over here in the industry. We're on life support.
I mean, I shouldn't say on life support, but do you get what I'm saying? This is purely PR. But the bigger question is this. Now, Kenny might, if I had to guess, I'm just going out there to have fun. Just going out, no pressure. I'm just going out to have fun. Listen, Kenny boy, you better go out there to race, because these kids came to race too. And they're going to be on the track with Kickstart Kenny. They're going to try to beat you, Kickstart Kenny. And that's in fact what most of them are going to be gunning for you. This is a chance to race against Kickstart Kenny boy Roxon. It's kind of big, dude. Like, as I hear myself report on this, like, this is kind of big. So I think this is purely PR move. I mean, it's obvious. That's obvious. Where it came from, the industry, Kenny's camp, both. It was a contrived. Why else put Kenny on a 250 out there? It's going to be interesting because, I mean, the only other, I don't know, Savachi, you better hope Kenny boy doesn't smoke you. Because Savachi, you're like the other vet guy that should be on the 450, really, back in the 250s. I don't know. We asked it here on the Walty Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel. Like I said, if you're new, get subscribed, participate in the polling, bring your tear off so your roost tends to fly. We asked it, where do you think Kenny will finish if he shows up and races the finale at Ironman on a RMZ 250? Well, you don't have to wait anymore. Let's jump over to some polling and take a lap around the comments. Then we'll meet back here and wrap this one up. Let's get started. All right, race fans, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors as we head over to the Walty Wanderers MX community page of the YouTube channel, where we asked, where does Kickstart Kenny finish on the 250? 12% of you said Kickstart Kenny's gonna win and even smoke Danger Boy, while 37% of you said podium for Kickstart Kenny. 33% of you said top 5, 16% of you said top 10, and 2% said other DNF, possibly for Kickstart Kenny. So it looks like the majority of our votes are coming in between podium and top 5. Well, let's go ahead and take a lap around the comments and see what you guys are saying. First out of the starting gate, Keith Peterson pops the clutch and comes in with, if Deegan smokes some, Deegan's ready for the 450 class. Boom! And there it is there. Quite possibly, my brother. Quite possibly. Let's see who's up next. Mike Burney comes flying into the first turn with, he gonna be smelling Deegan smoke. Boom! Enter the danger zone, Kickstart. Uh-oh! Next up, our boy Matt comes in with, Kenny has natural talent, determination, and most of all, grit. Be awesome to see him on the box. Oh, yes, it would, my brother. Oh, yes, it would. Kickstart Kenny on the box for the 250s. Boom, one of our podium voters. Let's see who's up next. Matt Ross hucks the step up and comes in with, I think Kenny will get the whole shot, but he probably won't have the stamina to get the win. And there it is there. Whole shot, Kenny, but no win for Kenny. Boom. Let's see who's up next. Nathan 47 goes flying by, pulls a tear off and comes in with, if Kickstart Kenny can keep it from stalling, he'll definitely be a top 5. Ooh, and there it is there. What if our boy stalls it and he's there kicking that bike and can't get it to start? That would be disaster. Thanks for the comment, bro. Let's see who's up next. Dog Lover goes flying by in a pair of work boots and says, can't wait to see what he can do and what Hayden has to say about him. Ooh, and there it is there. How's Danger Boy going to act when Kenny Boy comes into the class? This could get a little bit dicey. Old Rivers Farm takes the gloves off and brings us home with, please clean out Deegan. That would be the best moment of the entire season. Boom. Ouch, bro. Ouch. I'm sure you're just kidding, but that would be a big internet melter for sure. Thanks to everybody who participated in the polling. Make sure you guys jump in, read the rest. There's some real barn burners. Now let's jump back into the studio, wrap this baby up. All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. It's pretty close. Top 5, podium. That's where you guys got Kenny Boy. That's where you guys got. A few people got him for the win, but most people are like top 5. I mean, I don't know, man. It's really a tricky one. First of all, you're coming in there and not the best bike that's going to be out there, that's for sure. This is a tricky one for me. I'm thinking for Kenny Boy, I'm either thinking he just packs it in, maybe goes out there, races half the moto fast, and then pulls out. I don't know. I think this is more fluff than anything. I think this is more hype than anything, and I'm not sure how much Kenny Boy is really willing to hang it out and go checkers or wreckers right before SMX to go see what he can do in the 250 class. I mean, where's the real motivation? I believe there's a couple reasons. Number one, why we're waiting to Ironman is because we're going to hype this. We're going to try to hype this. We're going to get teaser clips of him on the 250. We're going to do everything we can to melt the internet. But you see, here's the thing, Kenny boy. You got to understand this. The internet melts when it happens primarily on accident. You didn't mean to melt the internet when you were toying around with what color bike you chose before you chose the Suzuki. It just happened. You got lucky. This time, now we're trying to put lightning back in the bottle. And so number one, Kenny Boy's looking for some PR. He's been on the sidelines, a little bit quiet because he's been off with injury. He's coming back. What better way to give it a little boost than say, I'm going to do the finale on a 250. It's a good move. It's a good move. We love it. The industry loves it. The industry needs this. The industry needs this because, like I said, when the Wonder Boy, the chosen one, the Moto Messiah was what they banked all their marketing on, is sidelined. And he's virtually crickets now. We haven't heard anything really out of Jetson other maybe than a little flexing on social. If at best, I haven't seen a whole lot out of the Jetson. Out of the Wonder Boy. Insanity, this stuff, insane. So that's where we're at, friends. Just understand, this is purely a PR move. I gotta love it. We all gotta love it. Let's just hope and pray that we see Kenny actually make it to Ironman, line up on that 250, and actually race. I want to see him really try. I want to see him just go out and see how he stacks up. I really think he gets smoked, at least by danger. A top 5, maybe. That's where I'm coming in on this top 5. I would love to be wrong. It would be the biggest story of Kenny's, I shouldn't say story of his career, but can you imagine if he came out and smoked the field or just won the overall? That would be insane for Kickstart Kenny and be a huge feather in his cap as he goes into negotiations for whatever contract he's looking for next. In the meantime, Walty will have to be here to blow the lid off it with your help every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with the links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.